And there you have it. She's back running. I said my stepdaughter was crying because she was losing coolant. What up, though? Welcome back to Easy's Rebuilds. I'm Easy E, and this is going to be a how-to video, how to replace your water pump on a 2007 Ford Taurus on any of those ranges right there. Hopefully this will be a simple change. Hopefully it won't take me a couple of hours, because y'all do know I work a full-time job, and this is a Copart Ford Taurus that we picked up a couple of weeks ago. Stepdaughter was driving it. Nothing going wrong with it. Everything running good. Then she gets up to leave work, and she's leaking coolant everywhere. Hopefully it's from the water pump, because we got a new water pump. We'll be slapping on our own right now. So stay tuned. Deuces. So first things first, make sure you disconnect your battery. Second, you can disconnect the alternator from one plug, this plug, that plug, that's a 10 millimeter. Remove your coolant reservoir, which is two 10 millimeters. One right there, then one back here. There's a bolt. It's in right here somewhere. So you got a nut and the bolt, or screw, whatever you want to call it. Then before you remove the belt, you want to get down in there. Those are 13 millimeters. And remove those 13 or loosen them up, because back there is your water pump. Then you're going to want to remove the alternator. Well, remove your belt first using the belt tensioner. Then remove the alternator and remove this idler pulley, which is there. That's a 15. That's a 15. And the other for the alternator is a 13. It's mighty cold outside. So let me jump into it. So here we go. There's a lot more you have to take off. You have to take off your tensioner assembly, because there is a bracket right there. See that? Right here, see that stud coming off? There's a bracket that go from here to that rusty area down there. So that hole y'all see down there. So you gotta take that bracket off, and y'all see it's a series of like 13. Are those 13s? Check real quick. You have a series of 13s and probably 9s or 10s. Those gotta be like 9s or 8s that you gotta take off all the way around, and don't get them mixed up. Still gotta take the hose off. There's a whole series of bolts you gotta take off, different sizes. They gotta come out to get this off. So I'm about to sit them in the series of where they go, because here's the new water pump. So as I take them off, I'm gonna sit them in there. So let's jump back into this. How to get this water pump off, but let me see what size this is before we disappear for a minute. so y'all know exactly what size it is. Grab a 9 and an 8. So it's not a 9, it's an 8. So you're gonna need 13 and an 8 to get those off. Right now, I'm not using my external mic because it's on the charger, so I'm using the GoPro mic. So hope the audio quality is good and video quality is good, because I'm using my brand new GoPro 10 to record these videos. So let me get back to it. So the old water pump is off. I would say the hardest part, more light. The hardest part would be having to get the old gasket off, because it's down in there. Getting the old gasket off is the hardest part. I think I got it pretty clean using a one of my grinders. I'll show y'all what I used. Right here, using this, I was able to get in there and get the old gasket off. Angle grind, no, I ain't no angle grinder. Got it off of Amazon. Can't remember what it was. I seen other YouTubers using it. But now it's time to get the new one on. There's the old one. She was leaking out of the weep holes. You see it all right there. So, and there's original equipment, so we're gonna put that new one on. The same way we took everything apart. So I'll catch y'all back in a minute. Deuces. And that's how you change the water pump. I didn't go into it detail by detail, but it's pretty much self-explanatory. Remove the alternator, remove the brackets, remove your idler pulley, remove the tensioner pulley assembly. Before you do all that, remove your coolant reservoir. Loosen up the bolts on the water pump pulley. Disconnect the battery. Disconnect the alternator. And those screws for the water pump are 13s and 8s, I do believe. Or 9s. I think they're 8s. 13 and 8s. But now, that wasn't so difficult. That's the easiest water pump I ever changed. So now, let's fill her with coolant and see how she runs. And there you have it. She's back running. I said my stepdaughter was crying because she was losing coolant. So now it's no longer leaking coolant everywhere. It never did overheat. She was only down the street. So I see down in there. One thing I almost forgot was to tighten up the water pump bolts for the pulley. I was like, oh man, I almost forgot to tighten those up. Yeah, I seen time lapse. I was tightening up everything else but those bolts before I started the car. I went back and tightened those. She's full of coolant. Coolant isn't going anywhere. On these, the AC compressor always kick in and kick off, no matter if you run the heater or not. We building her up to operating temperature. For that thermostat to open up. But the heat is hot. And it takes this car a while to warm up, especially after it's been sitting. So y'all can see that. She's almost there. On the, ooh, Erica put, this car had 149,650. She didn't put 300 miles on this car. Y'all see, everything works in here. The heat works, radio work. If you haven't seen a walk around video of this car, I think she's good to go. Let her warm up and make sure she doesn't overheat. But like I said, she wasn't overheating when the water pump went out. It was just, Erica was just sad because she lives an hour away from our headquarters because she bought her a house. So if you come in the comment section below, congratulating Erica on her first home purchase at the age of 24. And she needed a car. She didn't want no car note, so we got her this one. Well, she paid for this one, but she's been driving it. Nothing wrong with the motor, nothing wrong with the trans. But that's how you replace the water pump on a Ford Taurus. So if this video was helpful, give me a thumbs up. If it wasn't, give me a thumbs down. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know how we did on changing that water pump. And if you haven't already, please share this video on your social media with your friends, family, co-workers. Let them know it's new sheriff in town and it's Easy E's Rebuilds. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to this channel. We also have merch at teespring.com. We take Cash App donations. We take donations of vehicles if you're in the area. And go follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's all links in the description area below. Go check it out. And with all that said, stay tuned and stay blessed, people. Deuces!